What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Q the Barber. I'm back at y'all with another video. Today we're going to be talking about enhancements. Do I use enhancements? Hell yeah, I use enhancements. I love enhancements. Why? Because I'm not just going to be stuck into one way. There's 1,000 different ways to fade somebody's hair, 1,000 different ways to line up somebody's hair. There's 1,000 different ways to enhance the haircut. And so I'm going to be showing y'all what I use, why I use it, and maybe a couple of pictures of clients with enhancement and clients without it. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you all the hair fiber that I use, the enhancement that I use. I use Topic hair fibers. Why? I enjoy the product. I like the product. I use it on myself. I use it on my clients. This is my go-to. Now, what I love about Topic is that it's not a permanent hair enhancement. It's temporary. I can get about a good week if I'm not super duper scrubbing my hair, I'm washing it after my cut. I can get it to last about a week, and for me that's fairly good enough. I think that's a normal time of when people's haircut starts to kind of like transition out of that extra crispy you line up and cut to alright, it's starting to grow in. So for me, this lasts long enough for me. If you're expecting something a little bit more long term, then you might want to look into Beijing or like Kiss Expressions, things of that nature. But for me, Topic hair fiber does the trick. It's just a good all around product. What I will say about when using any type of enhancement is make sure that, for one, your client wants it or is okay with it. Two, make sure you're educated on the product so that if they're hesitant and you really want them to see what it would look like with the enhancement, please know your shit. There's nothing that's going to make a client even more uncomfortable or reluctant to come back to you if you're uneducated on your products. Now me, I'm still learning the products, but I know enough to kind of get my clients like, hey, listen, I'm not forcing this product on you. This is what this product does. This is the look that you can achieve with it, but you don't need it. I always stress that because you don't. They've been doing haircuts for ages without these products. And it won't hurt to go another couple ages, without them. So, like I said, it's just something that makes the hairline pop. It's definitely good for people who are thinning out in certain areas, who still want to maintain their youth. I really do like enhancing products. Number 3 is check the condition of their hair. Now, these products won't necessarily, if you spray it, it harms the client. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, just because the client may appear, or their head may appear to look good, like it's clean, it's like a regular haircut, nothing's wrong with it, you never know what really lies underneath that scalp. So sometimes we are more cognizant of what is on the surface. So sometimes we see the dry patches of skin, we see dead skin on the client's head, the bumps, you see the ringworms going on. You see all those things. Those things you can physically see. But sometimes there are things going on with your client. So that also means that we need to be engaging in conversation. Meaning that we need to figure out what's going on with our client, what's going on with their health. They might bring us some things like, oh, my head, man, I don't see anything up there, but man, it burns sometimes or it itches sometimes, and I don't see anything, but that's what I feel. Those are all red flags. Don't put the product on there. Not because the product is bad, specifically bad for them, but because you don't know how their skin will react. You're not sure what their body is going to do once you start applying possibly a chemical if you're using Beijing or even hair fibers. Now, if you're using hair fibers, you're probably going to use some type of hold. Sometimes these hold can produce some type of sting. Like, you won't see that in all these Instagram videos, but there's been times where you can spray up your client with the hair fibers or whatever, and you go behind it with some spritz or something, they're just like, that stings. That's why I stopped using the Topic holding spray. For some reason, that produces sting like no other, and I've used it on myself, and I was just like, nah, I'm not putting my clients through this. Yeah, you want to just make sure you keep anything unnecessary away from that hairline. And even if you have to take it as far as telling your client, like, hey, listen, I see your skin is there's a couple things going on with it. What I can do for you is this. I can shape up around it if you still like the shape, or I can just leave it natural until, you know, you kind of go and get seen about that and figure out what the doctor says, you know. Just word it in a way that, you know, you're not attacking them or making them feel like they're not a clean person or they're dirty or something. You know, you just want to let them know, like, hey, you know, I can visibly see what's going on. I don't want to agitate the skin anymore, or I don't want to agitate, you know, the hairline or whatever. So, you know, my advice to you is this, and be done. But if you do go the route of using some type of hair fibers, pop fibers, illusions, enhancements, all that good stuff, you're going to need your hair fibers. You're going to want to have like some type of index card, a little piece of cardboard, or like a flyer or something that you can use to stop the fibers or the enhancement products from going directly onto the skin. You never want to put it directly onto the skin. Sometimes it happens, you make a mess. It's understandable. So here's what I do. I line my client up regularly without any enhancement first. I make sure it's nice and sharp, but I don't use the razor. I don't use the razor in the initial lineup if I plan on using hair fibers. Why? For some reason, I feel like it'll agitate the skin, so I've just decided to save that for last. I'm not sure if it's, you know, super duper true, but I've never lined up with the razor first and then going to use the fibers, spray the hold, use the trimmers, and then hit it with the razor again. That's just something I just found counterproductive. So I line up the hairline, I'll grab my fibers, and I'll spray it over the client's hairline. Like, for example, don't judge, I know I need to cut. Like, say if I wanted to line up right here, I would come in just a little bit and I would just spray right there. I know I need to cut, y'all. What it does, it kind of like makes it still pop out, and then that way it won't seem so superficial, like so fake, you know? The last thing you want to do is use hair fibers and have your client coming out there looking like, you know, you just painted just the edges and then the rest of their hair is dull. Like, you want to apply evenly, you know, move your hand as you're doing it so it doesn't spray so hard in one area. After you spray it, you want to come behind it with some type of holding spray. Most of the time, the hair fiber, whatever company you get it from, for example, this is Topic, they have their own holding spray. But I already gave y'all my views on that. And shout out to the 14-year-old barber that's on YouTube. He might be 15 now, it's been a while, but shout out to him because I found this product. This is a Tresemme, the Tres 2 spray extra hold. I found this product off of watching his videos. I'm 26, he was 14 at the time, so you can always learn something from somebody. Never be ignorant to knowledge. That's the last thing you want to do, no matter who it comes from. You can always learn something. So shout out to you, young boy. I learned something from you, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep grinding. So, like I said, I'll apply the fibers first, and then I'll come behind it with the spray, my holding spray, and I'll spray it. And sometimes I'll still use the index card because, like I said, you don't want the spray getting all over your client's forehead. So I'll use that to kind of spray around it sometimes. Or I'll cover my hand and I'll spray it around. But as I've been doing that, I've been getting it on my watch, and I've been having to like scrape the hold off. So I don't want to do that anymore. So just keep using your index card, spray around it around the client. Once you got it in there, you want to go ahead and grab your blow dryer, blow dry that off for like 30 seconds to a minute, sealing in the fibers. So you spray the fibers, but that's not what's going to stay. If you just spray the fibers, line the client up, by the time they put a brush through it one time, all the fibers is flying out, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? You don't want that to happen. So if you're using fibers, and especially if you're charging extra, you gotta make sure these fibers is gonna stick. So like I said, you pump the fibers out, you spray the holding spray on, you grab the blow dryer, you blow dry for like 30 seconds to a minute. What that does is that seals in the fibers, makes it stick to the hairline, so when you come back behind and line it up, it's gonna be crispy, like biting into an apple. Like, you want to hear that sound. Your client wants to hear that, so they know, like, okay, I feel something. This sounds crispy. And they get the mirror and they check it. They're like, ooh, look at me. Damn, right? How many clients after you cut them say, yeah, I'm about to hit the club after this. I'm about to go bag this joint after that. Like, you hear it. Let's not act like we don't hear it, all right? Like I said, just go ahead and use that blow dryer after you put the holding spray on. When you go back behind it with your trimmers, and after my trimmers, that's when I hit it with the razor. Like the finishing touch, you get that nice crisp white line coming, no pencil needed, no shade needed. But yeah, you do all that. That's why I use enhancements, you know. They produce a super clean look, My clients are happy. If that's what they like, I apply it. If not, I do my thing without it. You don't need enhancements, but like I said, it's just a great service to add to the haircut. Why not? Especially for clients who want something that are looking to make it kind of last a little bit longer. Definitely look into some fibers. And I mean, there is no reason why your tools can't be sharp nowadays, because there's all type of blade modifiers out there, all types of blade setters and blade setters and sharpeners. So there's no reason why you can't zero gap your tools, or your tools aren't sharp enough to where they can hit. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all invest in those things. If you're an upcoming barber and you're wondering why your tool's not hitting, you got to do some work to it. You got to zero gap it. But if you're not into that, if you just want to get something fresh out the box, I recommend the wall detailers. Grab a set of those. Go ahead and put your line in, spray the fibers, come back around with it, hit it with the razor, and you're done. This takes a lot of work out of having to abuse the trimmers on the hairline. You know, constantly going over and over and over and over and over again. When you could just, alright, you got this one area that's just really not popping out, go ahead and fiber it up, spray it down, blow dry it, come back behind it, and it's clean and crispy. Alright y'all, so this wraps up the video. I told y'all I use enhancements. It's no secret. There's no reason to get into beef about it. I see barbers talking about it all the time. It's not cheating, but your client wants what your client wants. If they see a certain style and you realize that that requires some type of enhancements, just give it to them. If it's, you know, if you're educated about it, if their condition of the hair can take it, and if it's what they want, go ahead and use it. It doesn't hurt you. It generates more money in your pocket. You can add this as an additional service, and that, you know, it's really just good positives that really come out of this. Now, if you had a negative experience with hair fibers or any type of enhancements, please leave a comment below. I want to know about it, what brand it was, you know, how did you apply it, how did you realize that, you know, this was, you know, not the best enhancement for your client. All right, so like the video, comment, subscribe, leave some love, subscribe to me, and I'll subscribe back. Y'all have a good one. Stay blessed.